Hello everyone, welcome to today's World News. Today on international news, we got that Donald Trump assumes Joe Biden's victory for the first time. He wrote on his Twitter account where he added that the elections were rigged. It was a week of tension between the candidates and their followers. The post-election period was framed on the one hand by Joe Biden's demands on a transition of power, while on the side of the Republican Donald Trump, several complaints about the irregularities in the process. A reporter will tell us more about this. The United States continues to be in a turmoil after an electoral process that continues without closing in an official way. The numbers pave the way for Joe Biden to the White House, and everything seems to indicate that he will be the president for the next January 20th. However, in Donald Trump's campaign, they don't give up, and they continue to denounce electoral fraud.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kayleigh McEnany here today in my personal capacity as an advisor to the campaign. This election is not over, far from it. We have only begun the process of obtaining an accurate, honest vote count. We are fighting for the rights of all Americans who want to have faith and confidence not only in this election, but in the many elections to come. There is only one party in America that opposes voter ID. One party in America that opposes verifying signatures, citizenship, residency, eligibility. There is only one party in America trying to keep observers out of the count room. And that party, my friends, is the Democrat Party.
On the other hand, the Democrats are not only asking Trump to accept defeat, but also that the Republicans begin to work in the future with Joe Biden as a president.
Senate Republicans, stop denying reality. Stop deliberately and recklessly sowing doubt about our democratic process, and start focusing on COVID. The Republican refusal to deal with reality is hurting our country in many ways, fighting the health crisis of COVID, improving our economy, and not compromising on national security.
In short, the tension over this election continues. While some people ask President Trump not to give up with his legal battle, others demand that he accept his defeat and facilitate a peaceful and organized transition.
And another international news that has caught the attention of the whole world is that the 4 astronauts arrived at the International Space Station. The SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft that launched from Florida's Kennedy Space Center with 4 astronauts on board Sunday night safely docked with the International Space Station around 11 p.m. The astronauts Michael Hoskin, Victor Glover, and Shannon Walker with NASA, and Soichi Noguchi, an astronaut with Japan's space agency, emerged beaming from the capsule about 2 hours later, after a series of checks were performed to ensure that the spacecraft and the ISS had an airtight seal.
Let's see the following video of the minute by minute of the takeoff of the 4 astronauts.
And we had that soft capture at 8:01 p.m. Pacific time, 11:01 p.m. Eastern time. Crew Dragon and the International Space Station flying 262 statute miles over Idaho.
And there they are, first across the hatch, Mike Hopkins. And here's Victor Glover. You heard the crew here, the team here in Mission Control cheering to see them come across the hatch. There's Shannon Walker. And finally, Soichi Noguchi bringing up the rear. 4 new members, bringing the total Expedition 64 crew to a total of 7. Ready to increase the space station science and get to work.
On national news, we got that Hurricane Iota devastates infrastructure of San Andres Island. On November 17, the island of San Andres and Providencia was tragically affected by the passage of Hurricane Iota. Some survivors have recounted that the storm was getting worse and weaker. Many took refuge where they could, such as in Barbron. And when they finally went out, they saw the tragedy in which the island was mirrored, a devastation of almost 100%. Desolate and in ruins. This is how San Andres and Providencia looked like after the devastating passage of Hurricane Iota. In the photos and videos, you can see houses completely destroyed. Hurricane Iota strengthened to Category 5 and is expected to hit Central America, threatening areas already devastated by the cyclone Eta 2 weeks ago. The center warned that Iota is expected to bring catastrophic wind, life-threatening storms, surge, and torrential rains.
3 deaths leave a terrible accident in Monteria. A violent collision between two motorcycles left two young men dead and one more seriously injured in the city of Monteria. The unfortunate event was presented in the early hours of this Sunday, November 15, at the height of 30th Street within Cumbalar Avenue, Mercadito del Sur. According to witness, a motorcycle would have entered a park, and when it went out to the street, it stood collided violently with another motorcycle that was coming in the direction of the Meral Bridge toward the gas station. Two of the occupants of the motorcycle was killed instantly by forceful blows to the head, leaving a trace blood in the pavement. Another of those involved was taken seriously injured to head, center in the Córdoba capital.
Good morning. The last day, 5 men were riddled in San Marcos Sucre. Human rights organization confirmed that it would be 4 land claimants and their lawyer. The corpses were found between Los Caracoles farm and the bands of Caño Caimán. According to movies, the massacre was allegedly perpetrated by a paramilitary group who has taken control in the area. Likewise, movies demand respect for the lives of indigenous and peasant communities in Sucre, Córdoba, and Monte de María. At the end of the edition, a mixed force of police and army went to the place that it is a difficult to reach area to carry out investigation. Mercy Ruiz Ortega from San Marcos Sucre to today's World News.